The zombie outbreak in the small town of Maplewood, nestled between lush green hills and thick forests. Life was simple and predictable. However, everything changed one fateful summer day when a strange virus began to spread, turning ordinary citizens into ravenous zombies. It all started with a mysterious meteor that crashed just outside the town, releasing a toxic gas that seeped into the air and infected anyone who inhaled it. A group of 5 friends, Jake, Mia, Sam, Lily, and Alex, were spending their summer vacation exploring the woods when they first heard the rumors about the meteor. Initially, they dismissed the tales as mere exaggerations, but as news of bizarre behavior spread, they became increasingly uneasy. Reports of people wandering the streets with vacant stares and uncoordinated movements began to flood social media, and soon the first attacks were reported. One evening, while they were gathered at Jake's house, they heard a loud crash outside. Curiosity got the better of them, and they rushed to the window. To their horror, they saw a neighbor, Mr. Thompson, stumbling around their yard, his skin a sickly gray and his mouth smeared with blood. "He's been infected," shouted Mia, her voice trembling with fear. The kids knew they had to act fast. With adrenaline coursing through their veins, they grabbed whatever they could find: baseball bats, kitchen knives, and even a few old fireworks. "We need to get to the school," suggested Sam, who had always been the planner of the group. "It's the safest place. We can barricade ourselves in and figure out what to do next." They made their way through the now deserted streets, their hearts pounding at every rustle in the bushes. The town that once felt so safe now seemed like a horror film set. As they reached the school, they noticed that the doors were ajar and the lights flickered ominously. "Stay close together," Jake whispered, leading the way inside. The school was eerily quiet. Desks were overturned, and the cafeteria was filled with scattered food, indicating a hasty escape. They barricaded the doors and began to formulate a plan. "We need to find a way to stop this virus," Lily said, her eyes wide with determination. "Maybe there's a research lab that can help us." After some searching, they discovered a computer in the science lab. Using their collective knowledge, they accessed the town's emergency response system and found that the meteor had been tracked to a nearby military base. "That's where they must have taken samples of the virus," Alex exclaimed, excitement bubbling within him. The group decided to embark on a risky mission to the military base, hoping to find answers. They armed themselves with their makeshift weapons and headed out under the cover of darkness. The streets were now crawling with zombies, their moans echoing in the night. The kids navigated through the shadows, relying on each other's instincts to stay hidden. When they finally reached the military base, they found it heavily guarded. "We can't just walk in there," Mia whispered. "We need a distraction." They devised a plan to use the fireworks they had brought along. As Jake set them off, the loud explosions drew the zombies away from the entrance. With the coast clear, the group sneaked inside. The base was chaos. Scientists were frantically trying to contain the outbreak. They overheard a conversation about a potential vaccine that could reverse the effects of the virus. "We have to get to the lab," Sam urged. They raced through the complex, dodging both zombies and military personnel. Finally, they reached the lab, where they found vials of the vaccine. In a moment of bravery, they decided to take some back to the town. As they made their way home, they realized that they had not only fought for their survival, but had also become heroes in their own right. They returned to Maplewood, faced the zombies, and began administering the vaccine to the infected townspeople. Hope began to spread like wildfire, and soon the town was on the road to recovery. In the end, the 5 friends emerged not just as survivors, but as a united force who had faced the darkness together. They had turned fear into courage, and the small town of Maplewood would never forget the summer the kids saved them from the zombie outbreak.